So there are words that we have used in 2020 more than we ever have used them before. And there are words that we have used in different ways than we ever did before. One of those words is essential. From those early days back in March and April when we first started discovering that essential workers were people like grocers and truckers and public health officials, and not the ones our culture might assume are essential given the amount we pay them or the ways we make them famous. And then the question became, what were the essential items to have on the shelves in the stores? What was it essential for us to be able to buy, particularly in this shopping season? Are clothes essential? Are Christmas decorations? Is candy? New public health orders demanded whole new levels of creativity on behalf of restaurants and stores about how to bring products curbside and turn people's habits regarding Christmas shopping upside down. Each of you, no doubt, has made some different choices this year than in previous years, or maybe even than you would prefer to make. Many of you, no doubt, have had conversations about what is deemed essential and what isn't. So what about Christmas is essential? It turns out that we can put together a dramatic Christmas story with people from this church without actually being together. And it further turns out that it doesn't actually have to be perfect. It's quite a bit better when it's not. I wonder what you will discover about Christmas this year as you observe it in your home. What essential things are you truly missing? What essential things are you grateful for that sometimes you miss when your choices are limitless? Are there things that you assumed were essential that it turns out, in fact, aren't really? Over 2,000 years, we've added a lot to the Christmas story and to Christmas celebrations to help our understanding, to bridge that context between ancient Middle Eastern traditions and modern Canadian prairie ones. And so we should. But we can only do justice to it if we remember what is truly essential about our stories. And as we have been considering this night, the details that matter remind us that God comes first, not to celebrity palaces, but to the kinds of spaces that are both crowded and out of the way all at once. In the forest for the trees kind of way, the places that are invisible unless you're actually looking for them. As you shelter at home out of the public eye, if you are feeling alone, trust this. The place where you are now is important to God, whatever that place is. God longs to dwell with you there, in that particular place. The essential details of Christmas remind us that God comes to people who are sick and afraid and concerned and worried and sad. God comes to people who aren't in control of what happens next and who are willing not to be in charge of the universe, but receive whatever gifts are available to them and around them. God comes to imperfect people who don't know how things are going to turn out, with a gift of love, right where they are. So no matter how Christmas is for you, no matter how it turns out, may you be surrounded by what is truly essential. Amen.